engaged in the more.
Let me tell you what I know, astrologically speaking, about what's happening. Jupiter just went into Cancer today. Jupiter's all about expansion, but it's expansion when it comes to the mother, right? This, what's happening on a political level is patriarchy. It's the father. It's the father literally trying to override the mom. It's like the father's like, no, we're going to do it like this. We're going to do it this way. It's going to happen like this, right? So what should be happening is the feminine energy, or the energy to warrior up and be in protective mode, but in a very sharp way, because right now it's about moving in a way where it's head over heart. Okay? If you know about tarot, the King of Swords keeps coming up, and the King of Swords is all about being the authoritative figure, okay? And governing yourselves in a way where you have authority over your own self. I feel like we know, well, what we do know is that not only is Jupiter in Cancer, but Saturn is in Aries. Aries governing that Saturn energy. Capricorn and Aries don't really get along. Saturn is very much Capricorn. It's Aquarius, it's Capricorn, but it walks a fine line between being a humanitarian and just doing foolish shit for the sake of, I'm in control, I'm making the rules, right? And that's the reason why Jupiter being at play in Cancer is really important, because as you have Capricorn, Aries, and Aquarius all fighting each other for what discipleship and authority should look like, right? Jupiter in Cancer, the mom comes in and is like, look, this is the best way for us to grow. And that may look like going back to your roots and doing things, or going back to your motherland, going back to that mother figure, whatever that is. But that energy is at play, and that could look like, I mean, it could look like, honestly, I haven't pulled any cards on it, so I'm just jumping off the top of the head. That could look like, how do we approach this to where, everyone is respected, right? Because Mama Cancer is like, hey boys, y'all need to calm down, because Capricorn, Aries, and Aquarius acting a motherfucking fool. Like, look, hey, y'all need to calm down. One of them wants to be opposing against everybody. Capricorn trying to be cool. Aries want to be a little tyrant. Aquarius is like, where is the middle ground? Where can we have peace? And here goes, Cancer Mama, and Jupiter like, look, we gotta expand this shit. We gotta figure out ways to how this shit gonna work. But it has to work in a way where you can't be emotional about how this shit play out. That's the thing. Anyways, I just wanted to come and just spit my little 2 cents. As I'm, I'll be trying to put the pieces together, like, what's gonna happen next? Because Uranus, I know, Pisces moved into Uranus. So everybody's belief system has kind of reverted back to a very traditional belief system, which Pisces, well, I wouldn't say it's super traditional because it's not in Capricorn or anything like that, but Pisces is like very religious, right? You may be seeing a lot more gospel, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see a lot more gospel. You may be feeling drawn to gospel or the church or religion or just religious efforts and doing things. I feel like, I mean, you know, what can I say? I feel like people are very convicted in their belief system right now. They're very rooted in their belief system. And with Saturn being at play, you have Saturn, you got Capricorn, Aquarius, and Saturn in Aries. So Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries energy, all trying to dictate what they believe is right. And Aries is leading it, which is chaotic. Just move first, ask questions later. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the killer part is the thing that everybody should be governing, how everybody should be governing themselves, and what they don't see is how they're being manipulated or controlled is that the mind is not making sound decisions based off of making decisions based off of without emotion. You know what I'm saying? And then you have Cancer, which is in Jupiter, trying to expand how we actually approach things and the things that we care about, and making sure that we approach them with the notion of, you know, not getting too reactional, not getting too emotional, right? And not Aquarius, but the King of Swords, which is Aquarius energy, comes into play and asks us, where have we been giving away our emotional power to? How do we expand from a space of still loving ourselves, caring for ourselves, making sure we have what we need and what we want, and being able to like move forward with this energy of being like, that's not right, but this is how it's gonna go. Because again, King of Swords is about authority. King of Swords is about governing yourself. King of Swords is also looking back and seeing where you came from and knowing where those mistakes went wrong before and knowing how to move forward. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things at play right now. It's a lot of things at play.